A grand wedding celebration was taking place in the village of Cana. People were dancing joyfully to the sound of music and drums. Colorful decorations and glowing lamps filled the place with beauty. The whole village was enjoying the festive atmosphere, and every face was filled with happiness. At that moment, Jesus Christ arrived at the wedding with his disciples. The guests welcomed him warmly. Jesus looked calm, loving, and peaceful. His presence made the celebration feel even more joyful and holy. After some time, Mary noticed that the wine had run out. The servants were whispering nervously to one another. Empty containers lay on the tables. Mary understood that this could bring shame to the family hosting the wedding. Mary quietly walked to Jesus and said with concern, "They have no more wine." Jesus remained calm. He looked at Mary and then at the servants standing nearby. It seemed as though he already knew what was about to happen. Nearby stood 6 large stone jars used for purification rituals. Torchlight reflected softly on the jars. The servants stood beside them, confused and wondering what Jesus was going to do next. Jesus said to the servants, "Fill the jars with water." Without hesitation, the servants obeyed. They repeatedly carried water and poured it into the huge jars until every jar was filled to the brim. Jesus stood beside the jars with a peaceful and divine expression. Then he told the servants, "Now take some out and bring it to the master of the feast." The disciples watched silently, sensing that something miraculous was about to happen. As the servants looked into the jars, they were shocked with amazement. The water had turned into deep red wine. A wonderful fragrance rose from the jars. It was a holy and miraculous moment. The servants carefully carried cups of wine to the master of the feast. Their faces showed both nervousness and hope. While the wedding guests continued celebrating, the servants waited anxiously for the master's reaction. As soon as the master tasted the wine, he was astonished. His eyes widened in surprise. He called the bridegroom and said, "Everyone serves the best wine first, but you have saved the best until now." The people standing nearby were amazed when the joy of the wedding became even greater. People danced and sang happily once again. Lantern lights glowed beautifully in the night as laughter and celebration filled the air. Jesus' disciples looked at him with amazement and faith. They realized that Jesus was not an ordinary man, but someone filled with the power of God. Their faith in him became even stronger. Under the quiet night sky, Jesus stood peacefully outside the village. Moonlight shone gently upon him as his disciples followed behind. The atmosphere was calm, holy, and inspiring. News of the miracle in Cana soon spread everywhere.